Put the eighth down and come solve these problems.
Man, an eighth?
I brought a little blunt for us. I don't know how you feel.
Okay.
I call you Lisa, but is that your name? Is that your first name? That's what you...
It's Alicia.
It's Alicia. Oh, see, I'm already learning something. Now, I just found this out. So, I got to ask questions. So, Alicia, I've never called you that. I call you Lisa.
Everybody. Nobody don't know that.
So Lisa is what they call you where you from.
That's a nickname.
Did you give yourself that or somebody gave you that?
I had it ever since I was little. I don't know.
Okay, like a child. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So is it that they're maybe just shortening up your name? Or,
Yeah, because my name is Alicia.
But that ain't Lisa. That ain't Lisa, though.
So I guess Lisa, Alicia.
Yeah.
Yeah, I try to shorten up my name.
It's like mama, daddy, grandma, and them. Like, that's all of them call you that.
Yeah, everybody.
Damn.
I got a Jewish name, an Italian name, and a Spanish name.
What? What you mean? Break that down.
My last name Jewish.
Okay. What is your last name?
Goldsmith.
Guzman.
Goldsmith.
Oh, Goldsmith.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, most definitely. Okay, middle name?
Cecilia.
Oh, yeah, that's definitely.
And Alicia is a Spanish name.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that. Well, so is that in your family? Like that you got that type of background, or they were just feeling fancy?
My family actually is Cherokee Indians. I don't know. My grandma named me that, so I heard.
See, like from my understanding, man, a lot of black people got Indian in their blood.
Yeah.
Like straight up, a lot of Indians were black.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go there. You got somebody you follow, somebody you like? I'm somebody like who do the braids and stuff.
Oh, I did on my other phone. I was following people who do braids on Instagram and stuff, but I don't even have my Instagram thing like that no more.
How that smoke? What you think? Tell it for real.
Yeah, sorry.
So straight. How long you been smoking?
Since I was 13.
You remember the first person you smoked with?
Yeah, my homegirl Lisa, this girl I used to be with.
Wait a minute, so it was Lisa and Lisa.
There used to be three of us.
It was three Lisas?
And we all went to the fair one day. It was Lisa, and Tina. And the dude was like, nah, I can't, nah.
Triple L with the T.
Yeah. Yeah, we did that.
All right, well, who had the weed then? Because since you remember who you smoked with, did somebody have it and you hit it, or was you the one who brought the weed to the group? Trying to see if you was the best friend.
The thing was, I was the youngest one out of the crowd and always had been. You know, so that's how I started. I was like, you know, all of them was older. They had kids. And I didn't have no child because, you know, I was like, 13? All of them was grown, had children and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, we just started hanging out. I had my first drink and all.
And you was off the porch.
Yeah. Well, you know, my life wasn't going so good at home, so I had to turn to the streets. So, you know, I had to start dealing in the streets and stuff like that. So I started, you know, selling drugs.
At 13?
Down there being on my own, yeah. My shit wasn't good at home.
Now, do you consider weed a drug?
I mean, not no more.
Not no more? But would you selling stuff like weed? You ain't gonna tell me what you were selling, but you selling stuff like weed? Yeah, right. That's what, when I hear people say I was selling drugs, I just want to clarify if they was, you know, if it was weed I'm pushing or I'm pushing drugs. Okay. I understand.
Yeah.
Damn, so yeah, you was on your own damn near 13. Are you like the only child, or you got many siblings?
Yeah. My mama had 14 kids.
Okay.
And I'm one of the youngest ones.
How many fathers in that?
5.
Okay. Now, you close to your siblings, or it's kind of spread out, kind of separate?
Some of them, I'm not close to none of them.
Okay.
And I don't talk to most of them, so.
Is your dad still in your life?
No, he passed before my mom did.
Okay. I'm sorry to hear that, both.
Yeah.
So man. Okay. This is my last question about your childhood. I ain't gonna dig too deep, but when you told me about the death on them, so did both of them die before you were an adult?
My mom and my dad?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
I was an adult.
Okay. All right. Well, how did you and Noah meet? I'm just curious, because that's how me and you met. How did you and Noah meet?
Funny story. I was living in West Temple. I had moved over there. I had 2 kids then, not the 4 I got now. I had 2. My 2 boys. I ain't know nobody over there really. So, they had like a little drug hole over there. My son, that was 3 years old, used to wander around the projects over there in the apartments where we stayed at. So, and he used to always end up in the drug hole over there where North was at. He just he used to bring junk to my house like he found on the street, stuff like that. And Norton know me from Adam to Eve. So he used to always bring them back. Hey, man, your son, he wandering around here. But then they used to see me walking with them. So they knew it was my child because, it really wasn't too many people. That's when they had started redoing West Temple. So it wasn't that many people living in West Temple.
Right.
So, very few females, they gonna notice the females that walk through them. And I used to always have them in a wagon. So they knew who I was. Yeah. So.
Understood.
My son used to wander down there. So one of the boys that came down there one day, teaching him how to shoot dice, like that. So I guess that's how Noah knew too.
Yeah.
They used to always bring him like, hey man, keep your son out the drug. The police come through there, this and that, da da da. So I used to let him go outside all the time.
How old was he at that time?
3.
Damn.
So my kid's dad was from Central Park. And I knew a couple of dudes that was, a couple of his friends that was from over there, whatever. Not knowing that Noah knew some of them. So one of the boys that was there, I guess he found Noah and they came and he was like, man, I don't know her, but I done brought her son back several times. So like that. So, one day he brought him back and none of the people was there or whatever. And I just started talking to him. And I found out, some stuff about him that he didn't have nowhere to stay. You know what I'm saying? Like that, just randomly talking to him. So I just told him, I was like, hey, shit, you a cool dude with me. You can bring your stuff here. Stay. He never stayed at my house. I tried to feed him. I tried to, let him stay there. He never would. He just had his clothes up. So, me and him became real tight. Ever since my son was 3 years old, and we've been tight ever since.
Nice.
And then he done stayed with me. He done stayed with my mama.
Yeah.
And then he ended up having a baby from my sister. So yeah.
Yeah. Close.
So that's my brother.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he always have been. Yeah.
Yeah.
So every time he be going through some shit, and I feel it. And my kid's dad, a lot of times he always thought that me and him, used to have a relationship, but it was never that. And he see that now. He was like, I see that shit now. He said, all these years I always thought that. And I was like, you thought I would ever bring him around like that? But he knew he was no kin to me. So,
yeah, it's always a threat.
In a man's eyes,
it's threat. Possible.
Yeah.
Possible.
But, and he see right now, I'm talking about any event, Noah was there.
Yeah. Like family.
Yeah, anything went on, Noah was there. Mm-hmm. I used to invite him to anything. He used to bring his girlfriends, baby mamas, all that to my house.
Yeah.
Let me meet them. And he'll tell them, because when I used to have my children call him Uncle Noah, he was like, man, don't get them to call me Uncle Noah. I'm not their uncle. I was like, nigga, you my brother. And so ever since that, he been telling people I'm his sister.
That's how he introduced you to me.
He was like, I was like, ain't nowhere around this shit. You in my life, you gonna always be there, no matter what, no matter where I go. I never stopped talking to him. Even when he moved to Cocoa Beach, he was that's how he met the kids he got when he had 9. That's how he met their mom. Mm-hmm. When he was in Cocoa. My nephew was living with him, so you know.
That's right. I'm gonna roll up one of these. Okay. So because this is our little smoking with your therapy session, so these are different, even though they might look alike. They are. They kind of
do look alike.
Yeah, they do.
But so I can tell.
Yeah, so here, pick one. You pick one off of the way you feel like what you know.
That's so nice.
Okay. Give it a little sniff. Yeah.
Oh, that was.
What it look like to you? Because can't nobody see it. So what you see right now? What colors you see?
I see a little bit of red, purplish looking. And this one, I want to try that one.
All right, that's what we on.
Right now.
Yes, ma'am. You ever did a therapy session, or you ever been to counseling or anything like that?
No, but a lot of people say I shouldn't be a counselor.
A lot of people come to you with their problems.
Yeah. But I be telling them, I said, how can I counsel somebody when I need help myself? I used to always think, you know, because I done been through a lot of stuff in my life that I used to talk about it so much to my kids' dad. Right? And he was like, you need to probably go see somebody. And I was like, why I gotta go see somebody when I'm talking to you? So he made me feel some type of way. So I just shut down and stopped talking to him about it.
Well, it's sometimes, see, family, close friends, they'll listen to you and they'll talk to you, but they'll only give you what they know. When you talk to somebody who's equipped in like mental health or behavioral health, they understand the mind, they understand relationships, they understand power dynamics. Like they can really give you some tools to help yourself when you starting to feel a certain way. I ain't saying they're going to fix stuff, but they'll help you like look within yourself and be able to. You know
what's crazy? Because now that I'm grown.
Okay, talk to me.
I done, and I was telling somebody this the other day. I told one lady that I don't really know like that. I was like, I never told nobody this. And I was like, I don't know why I'm telling you. Mm. You know, I was telling it to the lady and she was like, you been through all that. You don't look like I said, because everybody do. Some people have up this wall and I vowed to never let nobody cross that wall that did me wrong or, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
Or something like that. And I said, I understand now why I am like I am, because I do have a way about me as far as I can be mean. I can be really, really nice. You know.
You have a mean streak?
I really do.
You got a temper or?
I mean, I can have one. And I've been trying to change that. You know, cause I see a lot of them came from me growing up, how I grew up, how I was abused and all that there. I can't, and then I grew, when I started seeing that, I started saying, I can't let that define me, cause I'm not even, you know, when I had kids, I started taking that out on them when they was little. I started realizing, and I was like, man, that's how I was treated when I was little. So I made a promise to God, myself, and them that I wouldn't do them like that. You know?
So Lisa, it's something I talk about often. Like you
and I haven't.
You really hitting on that, man. So it's my opinion, but you tell me what you think. So in life, it's only 2 things we can do. Because you talked about how you were treated when you were young. Mm-hmm. And that mistreatment, you didn't like that. You don't want that for yours. And then you kind of started doing some of the same stuff to them. But you got to cut that cycle. So meaning like it's either we carry on tradition if they did something right, but if they did something wrong and we can notice that, we got to cut that and start a whole new cycle for ours.
Okay, that's what I was telling a lot of people when I talk to people. Like this one girl was telling about how her daughter was treating her, and I said, let me tell you something. When you notice yourself doing certain things, because I do it. If I'm doing something and that's something I want to change, I'd be like, damn, Lisa, there you go doing it again.
Right.
And I stop it right then. That's the beginning of changing. When you notice yourself doing the same shit over and over, and that same thing that you was doing over and over and getting you nowhere, it was leading back to the same shit that got you in that spot in the first place. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So.
Well, so you can recognize that though, like that's
what you gotta do.
That's wisdom though, like.
It is, but then at the same time, I told you I done been through a lot of stuff. My mom used to abuse me.
Yeah.
You know, when I was little, for no reason at all.
Like hit you and stuff?
Yes, and I never did understand why she didn't like me. You know? And then I was telling this to someone else the other night. I was like, I had to sit back. I still do. I sit back and I look at all the stuff that played out in my life when I was little that I can remember. That what happened with my family or what happened with my mom or, you know, stuff like that.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, I kind of understand why she did this, but I didn't understand because I was just a child. You know what I'm saying? That's how I'm looking at it. Like, I understand how you do children like that. But when my mama first had her first child, she was like, 13? My mama had 14 kids. So, and you know, I'm one of the youngest ones. So, and I realized, I stood there and I was like, okay, my grandma kept all the oldest ones. And I'm like, you gets to me and you want to raise me. And my 2 siblings up under me. Like 2 done passed before me, 1 passed after me or something like that. So that's why it ended up being 11 of us growing up. And I was like, when I get older and I ever have kids, I'm never doing them like that. You know, not if I don't like their dad, I'm just not going to deal with their dad. I'm just not going to take it out on my kid. That's some hurtful shit. And like I tell a lot of people with me, and a lot of people that I don't talk to, you always remember the bad shit that happened to you in life. You never really, really, really remember the good. Unless it's a person that had a good childhood all their life. But see, a person that had a good childhood all their life don't give a damn about what, you know, I think. Because you see a lot of people that had good in their life and they look down on other people that didn't have, you know, stuff like that.
Well, I want to ask you something though, because I mean, you just said this. Do you think your mom didn't like your dad and because of that, she mistreated you?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, it was really like that. I'm telling my whole family, I'm telling you could see it. You supposed to have 2 kids from the same man. That's why for years, you know, we went along with that. My sister and me had the same dad. But my dad and my mom and my grandma told us something before they both died.
That wasn't true.
That might not be my dad's daughter. Mm. And I used to think, you know what? There might be some truth to that because my mama didn't like me, but she liked her. Mm. But when my dad sent child support money, you would only give it to her and not me.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So, that.
You knew all that as a child? Or you knew that as an older, like older? I started seeing it as I got a teenager. Mm. You know, I seen it as a child too. Yeah. Cause of how she used to treat me. I'm little and I remember her breaking my ankle. I remember going to school with the same shit I had on last year. I remember not getting Christmas toys unless my sister don't help me out. But I could see my sister, them always getting treated better than me. I would get beat on when I was little, you know, and stuff like that for no reason. But you know, I overlooked all that. As an adult, I forgave my mama. I was at first one time looking for an apology, but I stopped looking for an apology. And I knew she felt sorry for what she did and how she treated me when she was dying. But you ever had a conversation with her about like...
She didn't ever listen to me like that. She was like, oh no, I never did that to you. I never did that to you.
Oh, she was in denial.
Oh yeah, a lot.
She pretended it never happened.
Yep. And my sister, one day it was a meeting over there with my sister and all of us. And some kind of way I just started talking about it. And my sister, I'm telling you, it was mostly all her kids over there. I think maybe like 1 or 2 of them wasn't there, but all my sisters and brothers. And they was like, Mom, you did that, She was like, I ain't never do that to you. I ain't never do that to you. You lying. And all of them said, yeah, you did. And she got mad about it. Me and my mama had a weird relationship. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I used to just tell her how I feel. I don't know. It really was abusive. And the shit lasted a long time till like, even as I got an adult. But when she was passing, and I used to go to the hospital and see her all the time, out of all those kids that she turned to and did all that to, wasn't none of them really there. But I was.
Right. But okay.
Really funny how it worked. But, I mean, hey, I forgave her though. Even though she didn't say sorry. I knew she felt it. But you know, some people have that pride to where they don't want to admit or say what they done did, but they feel it. I remember that one time when she first told me she loved me, I hesitated so long because you never told me that.
Yeah.
In my life. I mean, I never heard that from you.
Right.
She was like, you hit me? And I was like, yeah, I hit you. But I'm like, are you serious?
Yeah, the action's not really backing that up.
It was, no, it didn't with me.
And then that's also a shock because she never said it to you. So
no, she didn't.
Right.
She said it to me when she was mad at my brother. When she was like, oh, he did this and I'm just going to go get me a bottle of gin, get drunk and be a hoe on the street. And I was like, you ain't going to go do that. And she was like, yes, I am. Yes, I am. And I was like, you ain't going to do that. She was like, I love you. And I was like, huh? And then she was like, did you hear me? And I was like, I love you too. But when she was dying and all that, the heartfelt thing was the last time I seen her, like she had, they had like an induced coma. I don't know what it was, but the lady I felt like she could hear me talking to her. She had them blew up so big. I guess it was the medication they had in her or whatever. We get there and I'm holding her hand and I was saying, Mom,
I'll sit up for
if you just would have listened to me, listen to us and go to the hospital and get checked, we wouldn't even be here. And she started crying. And the nurse came and she was like, what did you do? What did you say? And I was like, I was like, what do you mean? She was like, she didn't respond to nobody like that.
Oh.
And I was like, oh, I was just talking to her, rubbing her hand. The tears started coming out her eyes.
Yeah. What about Pops throughout all of this? When you were young and Mom Mom abusing you, but Dad not there? Like,
I'm gonna tell you, my dad was kind of scared of my mom.
Right,
and I could
was she older than him or something?
I'm not sure.
Only reason I say that because my wife older than me. I'm kind of scared of her sometimes, so I get it. But go ahead.
But I'm not sure. I think she was a little bit older than him, but
not too much though.
But my mama was mean. She had that Indian Cherokee stuff going on. My grandma, oh my God, her mom.
It's tough.
I never seen a lady like that. That lady was like 6'5", real mean, drink liquor straight out the bottle like it didn't bottle daily hot. Just, wear suits and, she was real mean. Like she didn't raise my mama. My mom's family is from Leesburg. So this lady was like, she looked like a real Indian. Like they had that wavy hair, her skin color. And I found out that they was really like blood Cherokee Indians. My mama wasn't, because her dad was black as tar, But my grandma and her sister, the one who raised her, when they died, they had went back to white. All white and curly and wavy. And they practiced, in that voodoo shit. So, and that's what a lot of Indians did.
Well, I mean, your daddy couldn't have been that scared. Oh, my bad.
But no, I ain't talking about scared of her because of that.
No, I'm saying he had at least two children with her, so he couldn't have been that scared.
My dad.
That's what I'm saying.
It might not have been 2 kids, but.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, so right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
My mom used to do some stuff to that man, like, and he didn't understand. But he started telling me a little bit before he passed. He was like, I remember I met your mom. A man was trying to rape her. And he was like, where we was living at, him and my mom started talking after that. Is that she was so mean. Like,
Let's see.
She was.
You know some of that stuff?
No, I don't want to. And I never did try to. Because I know how it messed with people and all that there. But as back to what I was saying, or when I was saying, I was sitting back just thinking about how stuff was in my life, me growing up. Like the trips we used to take, I never did know until I got grown, older. And my sister them used to tell me, those trips y'all used to say, y'all was going to see the Root Man. I was like,
whoa,
huh?
Whoa. Had no idea.
Yeah, had no idea. But as I got grown, my mama kind of showed, well, I ain't really saying she showed me I found some stuff. So that's why, and then the thing was, back in the days, how a lot of people, oh, you look like your dad, so your mom, I know a lot of people that was saying that. Older people did that. You look like your dad and your dad ain't with your mama, so she started hating them and taking it out on the kids. And I always felt, I'm never going to do my kids like that. That's wrong.
Man, put the eighth down and come solve these problems.
I got a random for you. What's your motto in life? Like words to live by or words to die to? Got a motto?
I do. I have several.
Give me a few. I can't. Take your time. Take your time, man. Don't feel like you rushed or nothing. Take your time. I got what, Obi? Got a tat right here.
What does it say?
It say, dream as if you'll live forever, live as if you'll die today.
I like that.
I got trust in the Lord with all thy heart and lean not into thy own understanding. In all thy ways acknowledge him and he shall direct your path. So I put that on me too. I got Proverbs.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
But I have them with.
I see you got a lot of stuff up here. Give me a real.
Yeah,
How about when you were down? What got you through? Because you said you was on your own, and that sound like that's.
I was. I mean, I felt like I was, because you know, my mom, she was out drinking, partying with people. Mm-hmm. Used to do me so bad. I used to come home the next day. She didn't even remember what she done did. I remember me leaving. Yeah. So I'm like,
kind of raising yourself.
Yeah. At 13, I started that. About 15 to 16, I was living in Alaska with my sister. The judge had ordered me to go out of state.
Wait a minute, you've lived in Alaska?
I lived in Japan too.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. My sister and her husband was in the military at the time, so, I was going where they was going.
Okay, you got a few stamps on the passport.
Yeah. I don't even have a passport, I don't think. Never had one.
So how'd you travel with?
I don't know. I remember I had to get a tetanus shot. That's all I remember. I don't even remember getting a tetanus shot.
You'll need a stamp for Alaska, but you definitely need a stamp for Japan.
Yeah. I think my sister had it all along. She, that's who I was living with.
Okay.
I do have a lot of mottos. I'm just trying to think, because I was going to get a couple of them tattooed on me. And I ain't.
Do you have any?
No, I do not.
You scared of it?
I don't like needles, yeah.
Yeah. I don't either, but it's like it's a different type of needle. Like, I don't like shots.
But I was going to let somebody do it. This dude that worked with me, he doing really good, because he got some on himself that he done did. Mm-hmm. And I done seen one on his girlfriend that he put on her. I was like, them nice.
I know when we talk, like, at least for me, I'm follow the logic. I try to do that. That's a gift that I feel like I have. I don't know. People don't really put importance into that, but I try to follow the logic. But I'm also, I have a softer side. I can be emotional too, but
yeah,
follow the logic, man. Figure things out. I don't know. I think mottos can be important, but they're not needed.
I mean, if they're very positive, and some of them, you do need it. Because if it's something that you've been getting by with it for so long and helped you, it's important to me. You know what I'm saying? If it's something I've been living by like for forever. And that's a shame, because I can't think of none right now, and I got so many. But it's crazy. But I mean, I live by them, like, not even none of that's on my wall, but.
I know, but you put some of this stuff up here, it seems like for a reason. Is that true or not true?
Now, my main thing, what have always stuck with me.
What's that?
Live, laugh, love.
Okay.
That's me.
But what does that mean to you, though?
You got to live in the moment for every moment, I guess, to me. You know what I'm saying? And laugh, you got to do that because it's for health. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like if you're not really laughing physically, you laugh on the inside, because if you don't, I done been through so much. I think if you're not laughing, it's negative. Or, you know what I'm saying? Kind of in a way. And love, you got to love everybody, whether you want to or not.
Even if they don't love you back?
Even if they don't love you back. But that being said, my thing about, like, when they were saying about forgiveness, in the Bible, it said forgive. But then did not say I had to still fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? I can forgive you, but do that mean I gotta talk to you? That's my biggest thing. Is that part of forgiveness, talking to them? Is it?
No, I don't think you have to be involved with them. You can forgive them and love them from a distance. You can forgive them and never be in contact with them again. But how do you forgive if they never ask for the forgiveness? That's what I want to know. Do you still forgive even if they never asked you for your forgiveness?
I mean, yeah. God don't ask for your forgiveness, but he forgive you every day and every moment. You got to forgive in order for your life. So whether they know or not, God know. And you know in your heart that you forgave them.
Yeah.
And they'll know too. Because if you ever see them and you don't retaliate or say something to them or let them know that why you was mad at them or why you know what I'm saying? That's not forgiving. They say forgive and let go. They ain't say live and forget. You know, forgive and forget. They ain't say that.
Right. Because that's a fool.
You know?
That's a fool.
Yeah.
In my opinion. Because that should have happened to you again. I mean, that'll happen to you again if you forget. You know, like you got to remember.
Yeah, they ain't say,
yeah. They show.
Yeah, they ain't say forgive and, you know, forget.
Yeah.
They say forgive and let go.
Mm.
But I feel like too, if you don't forget, that means you really ain't letting go. Yeah. But you got to forgive and keep going on, because if you don't, that negativity, every time you see them, you're going to remember that. So you can't forget. You're going to always remember that. I do. I remember that all the time, like when people did something to me, but I don't retaliate on it.
What do you do?
Let go. I let go. I mean, hey, I watch my bite, but I don't say nothing to them.
Do you distance yourself from that person?
And I distance myself from the whole situation.
Okay.
I'm not a person that's going to sit around and sit there and watch, say, oh, let's do this, huh? Let's do that. No, you're not going to get that chance.
Right.
But then if you find somebody that walk up to you and say, hey, how you doing, girl? You know, this and that, and, you know, something that done happened back in the days, or, you know, we older now. Some people don't let stuff go. But then, too, you know what? I'm the type of person I can feel their spirit when I walk up on them or when I see them. If your spirit don't feel like mine, then I know the vibe ain't right. If that vibe I get, you know, I always been like that. Something like this, I don't know if I ever told you, but I have like this little psychic thing. Like I can, if I say it, it happens. And it always have. And a lot of times I don't like to say stuff because it always be true. And it always come, you know. That's why a lot of times I don't say it.
Like you like you speak things into existence. Like
I mean, and it happens like I seen my mom was gonna pass. Okay. And I told my friend, I was like, my mom ain't gonna make it. And she died. Same thing with I seen it the very first time with my sister. And when I told her, I was like, my sister gonna pass, and she did. Yeah. And I seen it with this other lady, and she did. I seen it with my mama. I seen it with two other women. My mama, four people right now. I done seen that. So when I see stuff like that, I don't say nothing.
Like when it come to death, you see it.
Yeah. Like I can see that. Like somebody gonna die or something. But not only that, I see other things too. That's be happening right in my face. Like I could say, oh, this gonna happen, and it do. Or I could tell you something ain't right about this person, and it don't be. And I be right on. I could tell my friend, oh, this gonna happen after that. This one situation, this gonna happen. She'll call me, she'll say, you was right. I say, girl, I told you. She was a lot of people came and told me, you was right. You said that. And I was like, I hate to see it. That's why I try to not say nothing. Especially like if somebody want me to counsel them or something like that, you know. I'd be like, yeah, I seen that coming. You know, shit like that. But I don't want to be like that.
See, all that stuff, in my opinion, like it can be perceived as negative, but do you have that positive stuff? Like, yeah. like good stuff.
I mean, yeah, so I could tell them what happened and avoid a situation. I do that too. Like I be like, don't, yeah. Okay. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, watch this happen. Mm-hmm. But see, if it's already been negative, I can only give out a negative thing. If I say, she be like, oh, this happened, this, and I say, well, you know, since that happened, this might happen. And it do.
Man, you put.
And I was like,
there you go. I asked you if you was into that stuff.
No, I'm not.
I asked you.
That's not part of that.
You done spoken into you spoken into existence.
What? But see, that's not practicing in on that shit.
Okay.
That's not doing it. I don't do that.
But you might have a gift.
I might, and I don't want it. But I'm telling you, I see how stuff been playing out even with myself. That shit that happened to me back in the days. I seen myself going downhill and some bad shit had to happen. But Yeah.
You gotta be careful with that one. Cause like the people that you telling, they could get upset. They could be mad that you telling them something like that, even though it's gonna help them.
Yeah.
I can see that happening.
Oh yeah. And guess what? They come right back and say, I'm sorry.
Right.
Cause you told me that was gonna happen.
Yeah. Has someone ever given you a last chance?
What do you mean?
Like Lisa. Now you better not ever do this again, or maybe not even that way, but you know that if this does happen and you do it again, it's gonna be a problem in a major way.
Not that I can remember.
Nothing like that ever happened to you?
Not from nobody that. I mean, if I can remember, maybe my kid's dad probably say, "Oh, you don't change this shit, I'm gonna leave you," or something like that. I don't know. I don't remember, but I could think of.
Like something like that, you must have didn't really take it too serious because if he said it to you and you can't you ain't take that serious. That wasn't no real threat.
Must not have been.
Yeah, you couldn't have took that serious. Man, so man, that's interesting. So even your whole life, like not your mama, your daddy, like no siblings, your job, like nobody never told you, man, if you do this again, yeah, it's gonna be a consequence. Negative.
Job, let's see. No, not even on the job.
Okay, all right. That's interesting. I asked that type of question because it's like, I ain't saying you or me, but generally, people, we give these ultimatums and it's rare that we receive them well. Like when they come our way, I don't know, we react a little different. So I like to see how people process them. That's all. But if you lived a life to where no one has ever giving you a last chance or ultimatum, I understand.
Maybe a job. I don't know. I'm trying to think.
Yeah, give me one job, one situation, anything. I don't know how you handle it.
I'm trying to think because I really haven't had too many jobs like that. I worked at Arby's for like 9 years off and on.
Okay.
But other than that, I don't work. I can't even know. Okay. I don't even think so.
It's all good.
I don't get theirs ultimatum now. Y'all do this again, I'm out of here. Like that. Well, I know I done did that.
Now you follow through on stuff like that. Like if you say it, do you mean it, or would you give them another chance?
I mean,
you say it?
I would give them another chance, though, just to see what they're gonna do. Because that's with anybody. Like if you agree to say you ain't gonna do it no more, or if I see you and see you ain't gonna do it no more, or whatever, then I'm gonna be like, okay, maybe they ain't gonna do it no more. But I don't know.
But the trip is it. Now this me, because you got me thinking. So like, even though I done gave them, the person who I gave it to, they don't have to listen. Like they do what they want to do at the end of the day.
At the end of the day, yeah.
I ain't got no gun to their head. I ain't got no army like making them do nothing. Like, so if they don't want to do it, they ain't gonna do it. And people do what they're allowed to do. So it's either I just don't deal with this and I step off.
That's interesting that you said that. People do what they're allowed to do.
Yeah, what you think on that? Because
at the same time, you gotta try some shit to know to see if you're allowed to do it. Because what that means is, if I try you in a way that you ain't gonna think I'm gonna try you, that means I gotta do it in order to know that you're not with it.
Okay. I can go for that.
You see what I'm saying?
I can, but the communication gotta be open to where it's like, once you do it, I'm telling you it's a problem.
But see, they don't know. What if they don't know?
Well, once you did it, I'm telling you it's a problem. So now it's up for me to understand if I want to let it happen again or not.
See, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. So from that could be a last chance in the sense of, okay, you did it.
Yeah.
And
if you do it again,
I'm out.
Yeah.
See what I mean?
That's right. That's why I'm saying people allow, but like I tell a lot of people with relationships, get to know that person first. before you jump into a relationship with somebody, because you can sit there and have a conversation with somebody at a restaurant, at your house, even on the phone. And they'll be like, tell me something about yourself. Okay, this is what I don't like. This is what I like. And give them some examples of some relationship that you done been through or somebody tried you like that. Because see, in the back of their head, they might be, oh, I'm finna try her like this. So you get to know them first. Tell them a little bit about what you like, your dislikes and don't like. That's how I feel. And you let them tell you, but it ain't got to happen like in one day. Just get to know people. Just go out with them. And what I tell a lot of people about that is the reason why I'm being said, because if you go out on a date with somebody, they'll show you, just in case somebody try you, they'll show you, you'll see what type of person they is. If they're a person that get real hostile, they want to fight or they want to shoot, that ain't for you. You see what I'm saying? Or you might like that. You know what I'm saying? You might like that somebody defend you like that. Some people might not.
So I talk to a lot of people, right? A lot of single people. And I've been hearing, man, ain't nobody really dating no more. Like, dates ain't really the thing.
Like you meet somebody to go out to eat or something like that?
Yeah. People ain't even doing that. It's more just,
It's more what?
Call, meet up, might smoke, might drink, might watch some movies or something, hang out, chill.
That's still like a date.
It is, but it ain't like, okay, going out like type stuff where you would have to run into other people and defend them type shit.
No. That was just an example.
Yeah.
Example like, what if that happened? You'll see how mad they'll get.
Showing their temper.
Yeah.
Rage.
Or you be out somewhere walking and somebody come up to you and you'll see how that person like, you don't know who I know. Might be vice versa. Somebody might come up to you while I'm walking with you, And then look, this girl get hostile with me and you sit there and don't do nothing. Oh my goodness. It's different types of situations. It's not being on a date, being in a restaurant, somebody walk up to you. It could be a jealous person. It could be somebody from your past. It could be somebody from your future. From your present or something like that. That's in the present or whatever. But, it's a lot of, I'm just saying, giving an example. Anything. We riding in the car, somebody see you, anything like that. But you just really getting to know them. I'm just saying that's for people who don't really know these certain people before they get into a relationship with them. I definitely would want to know. Because you never know. One day, how you know if you want to make that serious,
Yes, agreed.
You want to find out if that person abusive, or if they got some crazy tendencies or something. I want to know.
I will hope so.
I want to know what I'm up against.
Well, see, so for me, man, it's I know what you're saying about getting to know somebody, but yeah, like you said, people have representatives. They're not going to show you everything. In the beginning, everything going to be sweet, roses type stuff. When you come into a relationship for yourself, you got to have like deal breakers, knowing like, look, if this happened, I'm stepping off. I don't care, or this is something that I can compromise with. And there's also first time, last time. So if something comes up that you didn't plan for, but you just know that it's way too much for you, don't lie to yourself. Remove yourself from the situation.
That's right.
That's it. Like,
you let them know off top, hey, I'm not on this. This ain't for me.
Right.
Right. I'm not that type of person.
That's a hard conversation to have, though. It's easy for us to say this right now, but that's a hard conversation to have with somebody.
I rather let them know like that than to freak out and be like, man, fuck this. I ain't fucking with you no more. Be hostile with it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, okay, long down the line, you might reach out to her and she might reach out to you. Shit might be different.
Yeah.
You never know. But that's like I said, you getting to know somebody.
Yeah.
If I see you on the same stuff, for instance, this guy I met, we got the same birthday. He was feeling me, but I wasn't really feeling him. I just, liked him as a friend or whatever. But every time you see me, it's like you always brushing up against me or talking about sex and all this. And I told him, I said, listen, let me tell you something. I done told you once and I told you before. Shit like that don't excite me. You know what I'm saying? That don't turn me on. That don't make me like you. What it do, it make me dislike you and not want you to be around me like that. Cause that's in your mind, that's all you think about. And that's not me. And it's like he don't, I don't know. I know half the time he be drinking and he be in the moment, we be having fun, but I don't like that. And I've been trying to tell him. And we Sagittarius, listen, let me tell you something. You a different type of Sagittarius from me. And I always tell we is not the same. For one, I'm a woman and you a man. So we don't think alike. I've been trying to tell him, so that's why I say you get to know people. And I tell my friend, I was like, he all right, but every time I'm around him, I don't like all that. I'm just not with that. Don't always be trying to do me like that. And I done told him that over and over and over and over again. So if I keep telling you that over and over again, but I like your company, your presence, you know, that's a hard thing to do too. But at the same time, I don't want to get mad and lash out instead. You see what I'm saying? Instead of versus me telling you on the low conversational wise between us. So if I'm trying to tell you and you ain't listening, then the only way for me to show you is to embarrass your ass. And I don't want to do that.
All right, I got another random for you.
Okay, what's up?
When have you ever made the first move?
If I was interested in somebody?
If that's where you want to go with it.
So that's the only way it would be.
Okay.
I want to say with their dad, my kid's dad, but...
You made the first move on him?
I think I kind of did. Not really. He was like trying to say some stuff, but I really like pushed the issue, I guess. Like, you know, I think. It's been almost 30 years ago. Made a move. I don't know. I can't never remember myself ever doing that, really.
Wait a minute now. You wait a minute.
But I'm just saying I pushed the issue up with him, meant to me and him doing something, but, you know, it was not him that was trying to, you know, like that, if you know what I mean.
Okay, I ain't gonna get too deep. I promise you I won't. But okay, but you did know that he was interested in you.
Yeah.
And it was more of, all right. Yeah,
but okay. Let me put it like this. Let me put it like this. Okay, you know, from my background and when I met him, I was more like a dude than a female. Like I was just hit it and quit it. Kept it moving. It wasn't nothing like that.
No real
I didn't
connection.
want nothing. So yeah, he got me and you know, and I tried to do it to him. I tried to like, okay, I don't want you like that. I just, you know, want to see what that was about. You know, like that. But
he wanted to come back.
He kept coming back. I mean, I had done left, went to move to a whole other side of town. He found out where that was at. But then the shit took a turn, like, you know, in the relationship long down the line, like, you didn't want certain people to know. And I was like, it's been years. Like, what the fuck going on? Couldn't find out. You messing with somebody new. You know how that shit go. Yeah, like that. But so, no, I don't never really remember, but...
Well, is it safe to say that if you see something you want, you'll go get it? Like, or would you wait till they come get you? Well, where are you on that spectrum?
Well, nowadays... Yeah. People don't attract people no more like that. Like, you could be somebody see you or whatever. That shit don't... I guess it's more like what they say, too, right? So, I don't know. That's a good question. I would pursue it if I was interested. Mm-hmm. But I got to see if they feeling it too. Like if they vibe right, like they, you know, it's crazy, but it's true. Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna get this last one so we can watch it.
Okay.
All right, so here we go. Now, just think about this one. All right, take your time on this. So I want to discuss something in your life that you can't seem to get over, or let me say, push through, even as time passes. Like, this ain't that day-to-day stuff. This, that, like, I can't really understand why I keep going through this. You got anything like that in your life?
Not really. I used to. And it was with my kid's dad. So, you know, I had to find a way to, like, cope with that because I know he really wasn't going nowhere, but I really wanted him to. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
like,
hold on.
Like, okay, let me put it like this. I wanted our situation to change, but it didn't.
Okay.
You know?
I get serious.
Yeah, more. But I was like, okay, I see that wasn't going to happen. So after a while, you know, I kept doing that for years and years and years. And I was like, okay, that's why I said what I said. I just went on here and said, I probably just go ahead and just use his ass for what I need him for, you know? But then I was like, that ain't right, you know, to keep doing that. But me and him I could more so say we mostly like friends, you know?
At one point in time, did you want marriage?
No, I didn't want to be married. No one.
Okay.
No.
But you just wanted him to take you serious and be like committed to you.
Kind of. But then after a while, I was like, nah. You know, I know that wasn't gonna never happen, so I changed that real quick.
Now, how does he feel if you got serious with someone? Like, would he feel a certain kind of way?
Oh, yeah. Yep. And that's crazy because he done told me that before. But, and that's crazy because you don't want to do it. So then if somebody else do it, then it's like, I'm going to be cut off from him, or I know it. I know it would be. You know, that's the type of dude he is. But that's not why I haven't did it. I just haven't found, you know, somebody that I like.
Yeah, but you got a strong connection still with him, even on a friendship level.
Yeah.
You know, and
I really want that to happen and want to just be friends with him, but it won't be like that. I know it with him.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Well, it's just that type of relationship. How will that allow for you to even meet somebody else on a serious level? Because if a man came into your life and took you serious, knowing the hold that your father, the baby father has on you, that's going to
it's not really a hold, I would say.
Okay,
I don't know.
Talk to me.
I don't know. Cause not like you saying I mean, but the thing about it is the thing, I can walk away anytime I get ready.
Can I say something real quick? I done asked you quite a few questions off this pad, right? And whether you answer them or not, you know, one of the things that you always went back to?
What?
Your baby, your father, the
my
father.
Kid's dad.
Yep.
Yeah, because he played a big role in my life. Like,
see what I mean?
I don't really have family like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, my mom, my dad, they dead. So, and like I tell anybody else, I was like, as long as he living, he gonna always look out for me. And that's how I always felt. And I feel like that. And he has shown me that. You know what I'm saying? He has shown me that over and over and over again.
Right.
No matter what I do or what I got going on in my life.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I don't be wanting him, sometimes I might not call his ass for 2 or 3 days and he'll be like, well, dang, I ain't heard from you. And I'm like, nigga, what you want? Like, I don't want to call you like that. You know, I be saying that in my head and I'm like, well, you got the end of the day now. This is the man who help you out no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I can't do nothing about that. He gonna do it. If I talk to him and say, oh, I need some money, this and that, he be like, man, I got you, you know. And he ain't even got to be that serious with me and him.
Yeah.
So he like person I put on my beneficiary, you know, stuff like that. Like I really have you know, it's a romantic and a friendship with him, but he do his thing, I do mine.
And sound like you okay with that?
I am.
Okay.
I am. I've been okay with it. You know, I mean, if I won't, or if I express to him like, you know, okay, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, you know, then of course he'll be mad. But as long as he don't know shit, he don't be mad. He'll be all right.
All right, keep it out of his face.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know, this may sound weird, but to me, that's respect on a certain level.
It is. Right. It is. It really is. I respect him. He respect me.
Yeah. Well, Lisa, I appreciate you doing this with me.
No problem. We can do another one day.
Now, I end every show this way. So, what do you call me and how did we meet?
Well, I call you E.
Mm-hmm.
And I met through my brother Noah.
What do we meet on? How did that happen though? Like, break me the break.
Actually, you called me. He gave you my number.
Mm-hmm.
And you called me. And we set up an appointment to do your hair. And ever since, I've been doing your hair.
Yeah, we've been locked in.
Yep.
Yeah, and I appreciate that. Same here. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Good vibe every time I see you.
Yes.
Man, put the F down and come solve these problems.
Understand I don't know y'all. Remember, I love everybody. I am not your licensed therapist, and nothing shared on this podcast should be taken as medical, mental health, or legal advice. The discussions we have here are for educational, informational, and entertainment purposes only. We engage in open, honest conversations, sometimes including the mindful use of cannabis in a therapeutic setting. So kick back, take what resonates, and remember, always consult your own licensed professional for personalized guidance.